and welcome to another episode of Driving with Jugtown. And actually, for once in our podcast, we actually drove to get to this location.
Yeah.
We're at a camp waiting actually for a film job where I'm going to get footage and create some promos. And I'm here with my friend Hannah.
Hello.
Welcome, Hannah.
Hello.
And Hannah is very near and dear to my heart and to Jugtown Studios because Hannah was around when Jugtown wasn't even born yet.
Oh, yeah. I've been around for a very long time.
So, Hannah, tell me a little bit about yourself because you're also into the fine arts in a lot of different ways.
Oh, yeah.
So, how have you grown and learned, and what are your interests involving, like, the arts?
Well, definite interest would be filming, obviously, because that's how I've kind of known about Jugtown before it was Jugtown, because we would just hang out and make random movies as tiny little teeny boppers, and it was great. Might have been awkward, but it was great. I do music. I know how to play a couple of instruments. Not too well, mind you, but it's decent.
Oh, also, if you hear noise in the background, we are outside, it's raining, and there are vehicles going by, so deal with the randomness, but here we are.
Yeah.
You play instruments? You enjoy singing?
I do enjoy singing.
Soprano, alto?
Both.
Both? Okay.
I can hit both.
Very cool.
I have found out.
And filming as well.
Yes.
Have you created short films, feature films?
I would like to make a feature film at some point. Whether or not that will happen or when remains to be seen, because I still have yet to finish writing it. And that'll take forever, because it's taken forever so far, so...
Isn't that how it always goes, though?
Yeah.
If you wanted to find your channel, what channel would they look up on YouTube?
They would look up HGS Studios. There might be a second HGS Studios that is on YouTube. Mine is the one that has a street lamp.
So, Hannah, like she said, has been around since the good old days. And she was there when this all started. If you don't know, Jugtown started kind of with a giant handy cam. You know those big, like, junky ones with you pop in the little mini cassette tape? No, it was not even a disc.
Oh, it was cassette tape first?
Yeah, it was a mini cassette tape. No, a mini videotape.
Ah,
that's what
I just remember the little CDs.
The people listening to this may have seen Muscle Boy Reborn, but the original Muscle Boy video, the original, was on a little VHS tape.
I haven't seen the original in so long.
Well, it's probably because it's missing.
Is it really?
I have no idea where it is. It's probably buried in some,
because there was
like, temple somewhere.
There's what? Technically 5 of those?
There was the pug one. The first one was us saving our pug.
Misha Fisha twins.
Yeah, that was the second one. The Misha Fisha twins.
Was the third one Hannah Montana?
Third one might have been Hannah. You were Hannah Montana.
Oh, that's right.
Although you look nothing like her.
No.
And the fourth one was the James Bond Chuck Norris one, where Zach was Chuck Norris. His brother Ethan was James Bond.
I think that's in the depths of Facebook.
Yeah. Do you know what, like, our first film we ever did was? Like, with those oldies? We were together with Liddy, Claire, and all them.
Oh,
and
was it the donut?
Yeah, we did a Lord of the Rings parody where Daniel was Gollum, but he was Donut Man, and that was our version of Gollum.
And I remember Donut Man.
Then we did, like, a whole, like, slavery freedom bit where we pretended to be slaves in a chariot singing, like, some old hymn.
Oh my god.
And I remember Daniel pointed, we had like a bow and arrow and stuff, and Daniel was trying, he actually pointed it at us, and I'm like, Daniel, you could see around the camera being like, Daniel, don't actually point it. So that was how Jugtown began.
Oh my gosh.
Back when Jugtown was a wee infant.
The next big thing was Medieval Evil.
Yeah, so, okay, between that and Medieval Evil, though, like, you and your brother and us...
Thanks, there's a fly.
Hannah's being attacked by a fly.
I distinctly remember one time coming over, I think for your brother's 7th birthday, and we did, like, a parody of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I remember
with
that
the evil Polly Pocket girls, and it was great.
See, that's, like, you remember this? Like, that's literally what we would do.
Yeah.
We would invite you guys over,
And
we just make a weird story. Like, okay, The Lost Prince.
I wasn't there for that, but I remember it.
Oh, you weren't in that. Oh, man. Yeah.
It's on DVD with Medieval Evil.
Yeah.
So I've
there
seen
was the Lost Prince. That was another good one. And then Medieval Evil was kind of like our step into the real world of film. I mean, that's not true. It was looking back on it now, it was just kids in a camera.
Okay.
But okay, do you remember how Medieval Evil started?
I think we started filming at my house.
Yes, we filmed at your house. I thought it might have been for my graduation party.
I think it was Bud's birthday.
Okay, I don't know. So with some kind of celebration at your house.
I don't think it was your graduation because we finished it not too long after you guys moved.
Oh, you're right.
So it was before you graduated.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was like 2007 or something.
That you might be right. Yeah. So okay, here's the deal. We started it at Hannah's house, right? And it was supposed to be one of those quick one and done night kind of films, right? Because that's how all of them were. We got together and we finished it. Well,
Not the case.
Yeah.
Not the case.
That's when my family moved. And so Medieval Evil kind of took this awkward transition. We actually filmed an ending that summer on the farm.
And then we lost it.
Yeah, that was my bad. I think I accidentally deleted the files. But the
ending was a little... I mean, it was good, but it was
rushed. It was a rushed ending. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a fact.
I remember the... Oh, does that mean we lost the footage of the cooking and the guys up in the haymow?
I don't know.
Do you remember that? They were up on the roof of the barn.
Yes.
Colby made soup, and they had so much stuff in it. It had a Band-Aid and an apple
Ew.
and rocks, and oh, it was so gross.
Okay, so, yeah, we lost that footage. Yep, that footage gone, but it will forever be in our hearts, or at least Hannah's heart, because she remembered and I didn't. So, yeah, we had an ending, and then it was gone. Then my family moved, and we need to come up with another ending. So, yeah. So when we moved, I was desperately trying to like come up with an alternative ending for Medieval Evil, something that would work with missing a lot of people and trying to work with the footage we already have. And so it was kind of at this stage that my editing skills actually started improving for once. Hannah, you feel free to testify one way or another, but wouldn't you say the editing at the beginning of Olema was way lower quality than the stuff at the end?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's because you can tell that there's a transition of growth between starting and then as you go through, like, your hobby film career, you learn and you pick up different things.
I like how you just made a term, hobby film career. It's like, I love this and I'm passionate about this, but it's totally just a hobby.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid for this at all.
No. That's why I go into a different side of the film. I couldn't be in the professional side of the film. Too many big cities. Can't do it.
Yeah. Can't take the country out of country girl.
No.
Oh, so yeah, like Medieval Evil, when it was all said and done, it probably took about
3
years.
3.5.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I was about to say 3 years, yeah. It was feature length, wasn't it?
It was like, it's an hour and 8 minutes.
An hour and 8 minutes. Okay.
Altogether.
And at the time, I was like, yeah, this is great. I was wrong. Okay, you gotta admit though, like, we were kids.
It's good for how old we were.
And what experience we had.
Yes.
And the equipment we had.
Oh, yeah.
And our incredible camera skills. Yeah, that was rough.
I still think we should try and remake it. Maybe not like exactly remake it, but do something with it again with everybody.
It's true. One of these days, I've talked to you and your brother about this, but I want to make a comedic remake of that.
I would love to do that.
Actually, Medieval Evil is where I got the name for my film I made now,
Oh,
Olema.
that's right.
Yeah. Well, I love the name so much, and I wanted a pretty name for my city, nation, world thing. So I just stole Olema from Medieval Evil because I'm like, who's gonna watch Medieval Evil? No one.
I think the only way to find it is to like dig for it now.
Yeah. Well, I have it. All the videos are unlisted, but I have it all in a playlist on my channel.
Ah, okay.
Actually, I have a channel now, and I'm still working on stocking it. But I have Jugtown Vintage,
Ooh.
where I'm gonna put all the oldie goldies.
Whatever did we actually like lose the footage of the end of the fight scene? The end of Medieval Evil. That is Ethan and Zach from a different movie. Whatever happened to that?
That other movie, totally breaking copyright. We named it Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that's right.
And I honestly don't know what happened to that footage because Assassin's Creed was hilarious.
Oh, it was so good.
It was hilarious because Zach was this evil bad guy again. He was laughing his little evil head off. And Daniel was one of the...
He was a son. He was Ethan's character's son.
And he, at one point, gets down on all fours and starts sniffing around like a dog.
Yeah.
Like, this is the stuff we made up. Okay, growing up, it was so fun. It was so liberating. I mean, I don't know about you. Like, did you enjoy it?
I had a good time.
But it's interesting. I feel like we've kind of diverged since moving, and like we kind of went separate ways, but we always discussed film ideas.
Oh yeah, we had a Facebook page going for a long time.
I forgot about that.
I actually looked at that like just to see what was on there, and it's like, oh my gosh, this stuff is old.
Okay, so I gotta ask you. I'll wrap up my side of things. Since then, I worked at the camp where we are now, and that's when I realized I could edit things and get paid to do it. Like, that's when I realized, oh, I could actually do something with this. I got involved with friends like Sarah, doing the Rara improv stuff. We made a bunch of shorts and funny stuff. And eventually, working with Dr. What, and then Olema was born. And Hannah, you've had a bit of a different journey. I don't know if you've taken as many leaps and bounds as I have.
Not...
But
really?
You also, I don't feel like you have as much of a community for filmmakers yet.
I really don't. I tried actually getting a film up and running at my church, and it never got anywhere. Like, I had one day of reading, and not everybody was there, and it's like, all right, this isn't gonna work.
It's hard. Like, you need a dedicated core group of friends to really, especially when you're starting out and you don't know what you're doing, to really make that work.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll find them eventually. I have had parts. I've done different things with, like, Olema and Dr. What.
That's
Dr.
true.
What, I ran audio and for a couple of episodes, and I was
for Olema too.
I did. I met Debbie.
Oh, yes.
We were at the place that we had your
the
reception.
Park. Oh, yeah, And, also, you were, like you're saying in Dr. What, you were that secretary.
Yep. I was a secretary.
Funny story, was that your voice coming out of your mouth?
It was not. Because something happened with the audio.
I think, once again, I accidentally deleted it.
I don't remember. I just remember Jesse sent me an email and was like, hey, something happened with the audio. Could you send me some? So I did, but I don't think the quality was the greatest. He ended up just using somebody else's voice, which is fine, because you gotta do what you gotta do when you're in a film project and you want to get it done. So it's like, yeah, go for it. I don't care what you do.
The weird thing is, like, it fit Hannah so well. Like,
it actually really did.
It looked so natural, which is scary. Not that you said much. I mean, I don't feel like it'd be that hard to dub.
No. It was a very simple part to dub.
Still, it was fabulous that you were in there.
Yeah.
That was neat. I liked your part, little typing away in the end. That was pretty fabulous.
Secret undercover secretary.
Yeah. That was, I don't know why, that just made my heart so happy. I'm like, there's Hannah.
Hey.
Oh, also, you were a character that introduced the wild world of Aunt Leslie.
Oh, Aunt Leslie.
I have shown my drama students that video. And
what do they think of that?
I don't know. I don't know if I lost their respect or earned it.
Oh. Joy.
No, there's definitely respect there, but it's funny because I think it's fun sharing the fact that, like, I do crazy weird projects too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of my kids are really creative people, and I think it's kind of fun to be able to be like, look, I do crazy weird stuff too.
It's like, you're not the only ones. I still do it.
So, what kind of projects are you currently working on, Hannah? Or what have you worked on? What genre do you enjoy delving into? I think I know the answer to this.
Oh, yeah. Well, action. I've tried to make, like, happy type films.
Hannah's not the happy film type.
I can't write it. I am more of an action person. The action comes naturally to me. It's like, this happens, and then this happens, and then there's a kick-butt fight, and then... That is more my speed.
So you recently came out with you did like a short for a class?
It was actually a personal project.
Oh, okay.
I had been wanting to do a film since the beginning of my second year of college, and I couldn't decide who I wanted to be in it other than my buddy Joanne, who it was like, all right, you're going to be my camera person because you and I have like a mind meld and we just click. Kind of like you and Sarah. It's like, I want this angle so you know exactly what I mean when I say this angle. And it just worked. But I couldn't find
I love friendship like that.
Anybody to be these characters, because at that point I had only had the characters. I didn't actually write the script until the beginning of the second semester, so like in January is when I started writing this script. And then there was this guy in my chorus, and I didn't really talk to him other than like to be in chorus and stuff. And towards the end of the first semester, we kind of started, our friendship kind of started.
I like how you're using hand motions right now.
I know you can't see this. I'm doing like a flower.
It's like a hand fountain she's doing right now. A little
lily of
the valley.
Valley.
Exactly.
Yeah, that motion. Anyways, and it's like, ooh, wait a minute. You like to act, and we're kind of sarcastic towards each other, which is what I want these two characters to be. You're perfect. And then it just kind of happened from there.
I'm not going to spoil the ending, but the story's dark.
I have a dark mind. It's just what I write.
Now, I know that there could be some like differing opinion on whether that's like quote unquote good or not, but I think something I appreciated about your story is that it really, trying not to give away details, but when you were writing this, was there any thought to like the characters' decision-making process and how they chose the path that brought them there? You're gonna be like, nope.
Well, I mean, I knew I wanted, like, the ending is a little bit different than what I wanted, but it's very, very close. I don't think I told you this. I think I told Becky this after I had her watch it last night.
Oh, okay.
Which I'll explain later. Sorry.
Sorry, listeners. You're gonna have to watch it.
Yep.
Beware. It's intense.
Hi. Anyways, what was I explaining?
Well, I was wondering if you thought anything, like, was there any, like, I guess, moral or, like, personal reason why you had your character behave and choose the things he did? Because from an outsider's point of view, although the scene and the results of the whole thing were dismal, like, it was very dark, it was. And yet, you could totally, it made you think about choices and consequences, and the fact that if you choose X, Y, and Z, it will lead to A, B, and C. I don't know.
A, B, C.
Like, it made me really think. Like, it was really good. It was thought-provoking. I appreciated that.
Well, that's good. That was kind of what I was hoping for. I mean, it was kind of like a thought on the back burner of my mind of like, because as I was writing this script, and as I was getting my characters towards this ending, it's like, you know, this is kind of maybe not exactly like life, but it's like you have to think about your choices before you make them, and like what consequences they will have and who they will impact.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Hannah. Thanks for being on my podcast.
You're welcome.
My high-quality rocking chair on a porch in the rain podcast. Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of random questions. And that's how we're going to end our podcast. Ready? You got to think fast.
Okay.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Pepsi or Coke?
Neither.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't drink soda. You should know this.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd try. Horse or goat?
The horse?
Great. Favorite genre of movie to watch?
Probably action.
Okay, favorite genre of movie to make?
Still action.
Ooh, favorite genre of music?
Broadway.
Ooh, okay. What is your favorite jam right now?
Favorite jam right now?
Go-to song. Top of your head.
Anything, I guess.
What? Okay, name 3.
Name 3. Oh, gee, now you're making it harder. I don't know.
Girl, think of 3 songs that you love to jam to.
Can they all be Broadway?
Yeah.
In My Dreams from Anastasia. Watch What Happens from the Newsies. And Don't Rain on My Parade from Funny Girl.
That's amazing. Awesome. Okay. If you could film anywhere in the world, where would you film?
Maine.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. It's beautiful up there. Oh my gosh. I can't think of anything else. What's the hardest thing about filming? Like, the hardest thing for you personally?
Getting a team together.
Ooh, true. Ouch. Yeah, that's hard. What is the easiest thing for you so far when it comes to filming?
Directing, actually, because I already know, like, what I want in my head.
And you're able to communicate that okay? You do well with that, you feel?
So far, I mean, it seemed to go okay for this latest project.
Okay. That's awesome. That's hard to do. Directing is hard for me. I'm not a, like, do this kind of person. Not that, mind you, directors don't always do that.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider doing an audio format for any of your stories?
I have thought about it for a couple of my ideas. Has anything happened yet? No, but could it? Probably.
That could be cool. That could be very cool. So Hannah and I were kind of podcasting in a very random place and time. We got interrupted mid-interview. Or at the end, really.
At the end. You asked me a question, but I don't remember what the question was.
My last question was, there are lots of young people out there who have creative ideas, whether that be for songs or writing or film or whatever. Do you have any advice that you would give them based on what you've learned and experienced so far?
Oh, that's what the question was. Okay. I guess, writing-wise, if you have an idea, get it out of your head, because it's not going to do anything in your head unless you get it out on paper. It might take a while for it to be completely out, but once it's out, you can actually do something with it.
This is true. She speaks wisdom.
Tip for writers. Maybe instead of trying to start off with a script like I tried to do, because when I first started writing film scripts and things, I just started diving into a scene and then not figuring out an ending until I got there. Don't do that. Start with your ending. It seems to help because then you have an end goal and also make an outline or a summary so then you know where you're going.
This is very, I've heard this in an interview by like professionals. It's true. It's just true.
Filming wise, work with your cast and your crew. Make sure they know know what your end goal is and just have fun. Because if you're having fun, then they're having fun and it turns out to be a blast.
I can just see this really stressed out director being like, I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
Are you sure? It's like, yes, I'm fine. This is my fun face. You can't tell by my voice that I'm having fun? I'm totally fine.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, this struggle's real.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I have for you, Hannah.
Okay.
But
it was, yeah. Good times.
It was, yeah, I'm leaving now. It was the worst thing ever.
No, it wasn't.
No, I'm so glad we were able to have you as a guest on here, Hannah, because for one thing, we don't live anywhere near each other anymore.
We really don't.
And like,
I live 6 hours away.
The fact that we could even get together and do this interview, and the fact that you follow what we do now, but you were there when this was being birthed.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, we I guess the original Jugtown crew of New York there's an incoming call from your mother.
A few minutes later. Thank you guys for listening, and please do check out Hannah at HGS Studios on YouTube. You can check out me at Jugtown Studios, and I hope you guys just have a fabulous day, fabulous week, a fabulous life, and I will see you on the flip side. Alright, bye!